Email sent by Hunter Biden to his business partner Devon Archer in 2011 is now making headlines. An email acquired by Fox News says that Hunter Biden bragged to Archer about his relationship with Chinese business tycoon Che Feng. The email says, quote, Che Feng loved Hunter Biden for his last name and for always traveling with handsome, godlike Aryan men. Che Feng is also referred to as Super Chair in the email, and according to this 2011 email, Che Feng also helped Hunter Biden's firm secure a multi-million-dollar venture in China. This latest development comes shortly after Archer testified in front of the House Oversight and Accountability Committee behind closed doors. Archer told the committee that Hunter Biden would often put his father on speakerphone while meeting with business partners, and that this happened some 20 times. He further claimed that Che Feng was generous to Hunter because of his family connections. Okay, for more on this, we are being joined by Mr. Greg Swenson, international affairs expert and China analyst. Greg, welcome to WION, and thank you so much for joining us. It seems that this elephant in the room, or so to say, in the White House, just seems getting more prominent as each day goes by. But Democrats continue to say there's no there, while Republicans say this is a clear smoking gun. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Susan, great question. The Democrats, I think, will start losing credibility if they keep arguing that there's nothing there. You know, this has been buried by the press. It's been buried by the Department of Justice and buried by the Democrats for several years now. I mean, essentially a media blackout on this news. This is not new. I mean, we've known about this for a long time. The laptop came out in 2020, right before the election. The FBI had the laptop as early as 2019. So, you know, this shouldn't be news, but incredibly, less than 50% of Americans know about it. So, you know, I think you're going to see the Democratic Party continue trying to bury it, to continue to say that there's nothing to it. But I just don't know how they can do that when this is not speculation. This is bank records from Bank of America and suspicious activity reports, so-called SARS, from Bank of America, JP Morgan, Wells, several other banks. There were 170 suspicious activity reports on the Bidens. And that's not speculation or right-wing conspiracy theory. That's just fact.
And we already know that at this point, President Biden lied when he said he never discussed his son's business dealings with him, considering the fact that he's been on the phone at least 20 times. I mean, okay, they didn't talk shop, but still, we know, wink, wink, nod, nod, what was happening. Right. Our next story is about Donald Trump's indictment, and I'd like to get your opinion on the fact that every time we have a big bombshell about Hunter, it seems that it's followed the next day with an indictment of some sort against Donald Trump, although we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. What is your assessment of this?
It's an amazing timing, and, it could be a coincidence, although I'd be surprised. It's happened several times now. You saw it with the Albert Bragg indictment, and especially with the document indictment that came right after really damaging Hunter and Joe Biden news. And so this isn't all about Hunter. This definitely involves Joe. You mentioned, that he's been lying about, ever discussing Hunter's business at all. And, he's had to cop to that now. And you notice that his press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, changed the language a bit last week. She tried to do it without, getting noticed, but it was quite obvious to the press that she changed it from never discussed his business to never been in business with my son. So I don't know how he's going to explain the payments that were made to various Biden family members. They have not yet seen a bank payment to Joe Biden. There is one bank record that had a payment to a bank account just called Biden. It didn't have anybody's first name, but payments went to several of the Biden family members, including Joe Biden's daughter-in-law and granddaughter, who have nothing to do with Hunter's business at all. So this is quite obviously influence peddling at the very least. And then the question is, what did China get in return? And even the perception that there could be a quid pro quo. There could have been favorable treatment. You saw how the White House pressured Facebook and other media companies to remove any reference to the lab leak theory, which is now proven to be quite credible.
That's right.
And so, that's not a coincidence. And even the perception that there's, some sort of payment or return for the payments that were made, not only from the private equity fund that Hunter and Devon Archer started, but by the energy company CEFC. And then, of course, there's Burisma in Ukraine. There's the Romanian oligarch and the Russians. It's really just countless.
Very true. Optics plays such an important role, as you mentioned. Greg Swenson, thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to speaking to you again very soon.
Thanks. Look forward to it. Thanks again.